Hi everyone, I'm off for a new project here in my shed. Feeling much better when I do things around. Today I want to present you a nice little project which has got a very nice effect in the house, and it's actually a candle holder. The effect of this project, I call it magic Saturn lights, and the effect of this project is very nice nighttime. I have come up with an idea of a pentagon, 5 sides polygon, like this. I asked some of my friends to punch me the shape I wanted and design. The size of the sides of my pentagon are 80 millimeters. So the number of pieces involved in this project will be 9 of punched ones, 9 of them, a hollow one with no holes, which will be the bottom of the project, and of course a little entry through which you must make sure your little candle holder will go through. Just make sure this is going to happen. Measure if you got a different size. So like I said, my size is 80 mil all around, and this being said, I'll show you a couple of little things today, and I would like to insist on a little bit of a grinding of the edges once the project is done. All these details being given to you now, and let's get to work and let's get a new project out there. Hopefully you'll enjoy it again. Stay with me, don't go anywhere, we're getting back to work. That's how it looks like. All the bits and parts. As I count them at the very beginning, I said 9, there are 10. 10 of these, 1 of these, and a bottom, which is how it's got no holes. Let's get to welder. It's a nice piece of art, a nice piece of stainless steel where each one of you can practice, and I enjoy welding it as well. Don't go watch me welding. I'll be polishing and I'll be showing you the effects of this candle holder. Stay with George. What in here? Alright. Checking all my wires. I think I added enough wire so I can have a enjoyable grinding session. I'll show you some of the tips of my grinding. So when this will be grinded and polished, we'll light up a nice candle and I'll show you in the right environment how all these holes will spread into the house and will give you a nice fantastic night with your dear ones around the house. It's a beautiful and nice project. All you have to do, cut out of a piece of cardboard pentagon, 5 sides polygon, and drill some holes. Not really necessarily be like mine. You can drill holes anywhere and do your own shape. You can even make symbols, drilling holes, S from Sylvia, H from Helen, and so on. So just a suggestion. You can do lots of things and expand from what I show you. I'm gonna have a drink of water, then I'm gonna set up my tools ready for grinding. I'll see you out there in the sun. Now we got to the point where I have to do the grinding. I promised to some of you to explain a couple of little bits in regards to the way I grind. It's one of the things I enjoy a lot and to me works very well. When I use a grinder, as you can see, I don't have a guard because it's a different type of grinding pad I'm using, but I always like to have a handle. This is my way of grinding. Grinding, to me, to get a nice surface and avoid digging, it's holding the grinder as flat as possible. And as you go, you can just move your grinder backwards and forwards, or just by touching it. The main thing, the main secret for me, for myself, is to hold the grinder flat. I'll show you how as well how to do the nice round edge after grinding. So what do? I grind this side, I grind that side, and then by moving my hand with the grinder from the wrist, I'm just grinding, rounding nice the edge, not having too much pressure on this particular object because it's not a heavy duty weld. When you grind with bigger grinders, of course, and you got a grinding wheel, again hold it flat and your handle and clamp it on a bench, or if it's big and it's heavy duty weld or a beam or something, it's not going to move. Then help yourself and put a lot more pressure, because it will be a lot more welding to grind off. In my case, these little bits and pieces, I'm not putting that much pressure. One other thing I do when I grind, the pads grit are 60 in my case, 60 grit. To achieve a nice surface, on the last part of my grinding, I'm moving very slowly, which will give me nice grains and will help me on the next step on the polishing. So if some of you like to practice this way, I suggest you should try and practice a lot by holding your grinder flat. Even if you go just a tiny mini bit in an angle, just try to keep it flat. To round the edge, like I said, just move the grinder from your wrist, holding it. Or if you can have that much strength and power, hold the piece and just wrist. This is the way I do it, and if it helps any of you out there, try and practice. Takes a lot of practice. The worst thing and the worst case scenario where you get to grind deep is digging, which happens when you do this. Go like that. So don't do that flat. Let's start doing my bit. just finished the polishing by using the grinders. I got to show you something I have used. This is a backup pad, a Scotch-Brite pad with a Velcro. It's a very good one. Again, it's very expensive. I don't use it very often, being very expensive, but a backup pad with Velcro for a 4.5-inch grinder. Pads are very good. Again, they classified for different operation, final polishing and so on, but they actually by color, blue, red and brown, each one of them having a certain grit. So this is another thing good for polishing on a grinder, angle grinder, which will allow you to correct your surface. Let's go inside and take it from there, and we'll finish our magic object today, which I consider it again a piece of art. Hopefully you're gonna like it, and you're gonna be asked to make one around the house. Let's give it a nice clean. Let's do the usual cleaning. I hope you guys like it. It's a nice candle holder for everyone, and sits nice in any house. Any of you can do it who's a welder and has got a welding gear around the house and a bit of polishing gear. It's such a simple design. 10 pentagons with holes, one with the entry, a bottom, easy to put together, and after you work so hard you can actually light a nice candle and have a nice beautiful Friday night spent with your loved one inside the house. And it's going to be a nice beautiful effect of the candle burning inside, reflecting through the holes, the light, when the actual electrical light is switched off inside the room. So, having this said, just giving you an example, and just place it in, and if it's got a certain fragrance, the candle will spread the smell inside the house. All this being done today. Another project from Art Studio Transylvania by George here in Canberra. I hope you guys like it and enjoyed it. It's a beautiful piece of art and decoration around your houses. From me here and the lady behind the camera, as usual, we wish you all the best, and we hope to see you soon again. Thank you for watching.